let me say it in dirham. I think there was at least 1 million dirham worth of commission in what we did.
So in this video, we spoke to Hussein Benasur. He is the founder of RSB Realty. He is one of the CEOs, and he's worked with HN Global before that. He's one of the major clients of ours, and he's generated over 500,000 sales. And we're going to be talking more about how and what Growth Grid did for him. Furthermore, in the video.
From Growth Grid. Yeah. And this truly changed my marketing because I used to get very few leads and they were very costly, but he significantly reduced the price per lead for me, and he helped me be more focused and have an actual niche, right? And for me it was Canadian investors looking to relocate to Dubai, which I didn't really have a clear direction before. Like, of course, I knew I wanted to help North Americans, so namely the US, Canada, but I did not really have any goal. Like, if you were to go on my profile, there was no clear objective. You could not know what I specialize in. I was just another broker, but he helped me become more specific about what I do, and this has yielded great results because I was able to get more leads than I've gotten in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And this was just like 2 months in, right? I think it was
Yeah,
the first month of testing and everything, and then second month it started getting crazy. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And aside from just the marketing part, he also helped with everything, because he also has connections in Dubai. So he helped me sometimes sourcing units, which was very nice of him. Also, he helped me with sales. He's a pretty good salesman. This guy, he got me, his marketing program. But yeah, he also helped with sales and everything. So it was more than just marketing. It was really about everything, and even content creation, all that stuff. So yeah, truly remarkable individual.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your primary focus, by the way? Is it off-plan or buyers residential ready market? What is it?
So, okay, of course, when you do Dubai real estate, you have to touch a little bit of everything, but my specialty was really off-plan and still is off-plan.
Okay. And then before we started working together, like, what do you think was your biggest bottleneck?
I guess my biggest bottleneck was that I was not getting the amount of leads I needed. And for me to get the actual amount of leads I wanted, I had to spend a lot in marketing because, I just didn't have the right strategy. So I spent a lot. And then whenever I was getting leads, they were not really qualified. So it was just hard to, to make it a proper business. But with the help of Mohammed Ali Tabani from Growth Grid, it was. If you had met me at that time, it would have been. I'd be in a Bugatti. I'll be like Andrew Tate's neighbor right now.
Okay, and have you tried any other marketing agency or lead gen services?
I tried a lot. Like, you'd be surprised how many I tried. I tried like big ones and smaller ones. You go with big ones because you feel like, okay, they've done great things, so they're gonna take good care of me. But then you're just another customer to them, so you don't really matter, and you pay, and it's super expensive. And then I tried smaller.
How was their how was their performance? Like the major big ones,
It was bad. It was terrible, and you don't really get the follow up you want, and you're not getting the expertise you think you'll be getting. So it was really horrible. And I tried smaller agencies too, but it's like a lot of the time they're inexperienced. And the thing about Dubai real estate is that I feel like it's a very specific market, and so you could be okay or even good at marketing, but if you've never touched Dubai real estate, is something that's not easy to get a good grasp of. And so most agencies were struggling with it, even though like we were trying like 1, 2, 3 months, no results. At the end of the day, I'm not going to bet on them for a year. If I don't see results in 2, 3 months, game over.
Yeah,
draw.
no, 100%, definitely.
Yeah.
And you've probably been pitched by like a bunch of brokerages. What made you be like, okay, I'll give this one another chance after being burnt out so many times in the past?
That's a good question. I guess I liked the aggressivity. This guy's pretty aggressive, and that was good because he did not leave me alone. So I was like, man, how am I gonna get? How can I get rid of him? So
So you were like, okay, let me just pay him to get rid of him, and then
yeah, but
wow,
no, but the thing is, you were really confident, and the thing is, you didn't mind giving me value even if I didn't really like sign up with you. Meaning, like, we were having like 1 hour, like I think we had like at some point like an hour and a half call when I was not even signed up yet, and you gave a lot of value, and I was like, yo, this guy's actually smart. And so this is what made me consider it, and then yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it. And once we launched the campaigns in like the first week and first month, how did that feel to you as an individual? What was your trust factor at the time? What were you thinking?
When we first started, I remember I felt good because I was like, for once in a couple of years, I feel like I know where I'm going. Everything makes sense. I have a strategy. I have a plan. Because before that, I didn't have any plan. I was just like kind of trying out stuff
Throwing
with,
money.
yeah,
Yeah.
throwing money, throwing time, energy, because I was shooting a lot of videos, really nice videos, but there was no purpose behind them, and there was no clear goal, clear objective, and so it was. They were cool videos, like don't get me wrong, but
Did you ever sell through a video, by the way, like through personal branding? Have you ever sold through that?
yeah, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so because well, obviously the algorithm changed, and now I'm getting less views. But before I used to get views, and I could tell when people looked at my profile, and actually it's been following me for a while because
Yeah.
they have a certain respect when they talk to you, and
Yeah.
you feel that it's like they know you and they really respect you. So yeah, no, it definitely helps to have a personal brand, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. What kind of results have you seen since we have started working together?
Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest.
Be brutally honest.
It's very unfortunate that the war came because I really think that before the war there was at least five solid sales. Okay, and of different amounts. Most of them were well, I'd say like two, three of them were golden visa ones, so still like
Mhm.
$700,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
One of them was obviously
Yeah.
millions of dollars, which would have been nice. And then there was also another one that was just a studio, So,
There was
but
also one guy who wanted to buy three thingies with investors backing him, remember?
I there was actually yes, and there was actually another one that also had a group of investors behind her, and it could have been 10 sales. Who knows? Like no,
Yeah.
it actually helped a lot. It helped a lot, and there was a lot of potential. It's very unfortunate that the war is there right now, but it's not lost because I followed up with some of the leads we've gathered through time, considering the war, and still they're not lost because they were people interested in Dubai, and now they see there's a little crash in the market, and so that they have access to opportunities because as the Wolf of Wall Street said, when they cry you buy. And
Yeah.
so
I think you said that good to me like 4 times now.
I like that quote. But yeah, no, honestly, without exaggeration,
He
I
was he
thought,
was
wait,
Indian, right?
yeah, no, I know who you're talking about, but I think he wanted three apartments and I converted him to one townhouse, if that's who. I think that's what happened. It was not three townhouses.
It,
It was three apartments, and
okay.
then I converted him to one townhouse because I do believe it's better to get a villa as opposed to like three apartments
Mhm.
or townhouse, whatever. But villas are still superior than townhouses, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. They were there were great leads, and they still are, and I'm still following up with them. And today I almost closed one, but the unit got sold out. He was ready to go
Yeah.
and everything. It kind of sucks, but it's gonna get closed, inshallah,
Soon,
soon.
soon, soon. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of agents who are, afraid of adopting new systems and new marketing systems, and they prefer their in-house team. What do you have to say about that? Like being someone who's been in a position who have marketing team under you, what has, this shift been for you looking like?
I think it's insanity because you keep doing the same things over and over, and you expect a different result. So if things are not working, you need to adapt. You need to change, and we've seen it right now with the war. I mean, the regular campaigns that worked in the past, like the past 2 months, well,
Yeah.
now they don't work anymore. So you always have to be able to adapt and to overcome the obstacles. So I think it's a very foolish mistake that they're doing.
Okay, if another agent asks you in the market to work with us, what would your honest answer be? Brutally honest.
Like if someone asked me, should I work with Growth,
Yes.
I'd say yeah, of course. I showed them my results. I showed them
Yeah.
the cost per lead that I had was insanely low.
Yeah.
Yet,
$8. I haven't still seen that.
yeah,
None of.
yet the quality of the leads was good. Like is nah, honestly, I have nothing but good thing. And
Initially, we
and
had a bit of issues, but we overcame them, right? We got a lot of business
yeah,
setup leads.
Yeah, and I've actually done that. I did message my broker friends who talk about you, even some other friends that were not even in real estate, just because I thought this guy was amazing, you know. So
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah, appreciate it.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And any words that you want to pass along in this video?
I think whatever business you get into, marketing is really the core of it. Because even if you take real estate, for example, because we're talking about that, you could be a terrible salesman, but if you
Yeah.
got a low cost per lead and you're able to generate a lot of leads, you'll sell. Is that simple. And you could be the best salesman in the world, but if
Hmm.
you don't have enough leads, you won't sell. And so
Yeah.
I think having a good marketing guy by your side is maybe the most important thing in business.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
and I found this in Muhammad Ali Tabani. So
Do you think the model of having a retainer is better? Just because sales cycles are long. Imagine if I had just a commission split with you, right?
you can't do that because you can't trust people.
Yeah. That too.
Except
Yeah. I know
Muhammad
you've been scammed as well.
Ali
Yeah.
Tabani. Yeah. No, yo, you can't trust people. People are all thieves in this world. You can. It's better. It's
Yeah.
better to secure something and be like okay, because potentially you could make more if you get commission based. But then, can you really trust those people?
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
like at the end of the day, yeah, you could do like 3 months worth of work, and then, okay, what if I was a motherfucker, and then, you generate a lot of leads for me, and I closed like $500,000 worth of sales,
Yeah.
and then I just never tell you about it.
Yeah.
But
No.
now what?
I probably find out your address and run to your house.
First of all, I would never do that. And
Yeah.
second of all, we don't even have that agreement. But we could, like, if let's say I don't know, you have a property for sale, and then I find a buyer. But I guess that would be a case.
Yeah.
Or even
Yeah.
if you
100%.
if you have
Definitely.
people you want to refer, like people that want to buy, you want to refer, they'll just give you 50%, whatever. And this could be something, but then it's also much different because if you refer someone, you know them, and so you're able to see what's actually happening.
Yeah.
But even so, yeah, even so, like
And
even
if you had the chance to get another 1,000 and put it right in, would you do this exact system once again?
no, I would put 2,000 instead. Put more, but not. I wouldn't put 3,000. I think 2,000 is good because you're
No,
generating so
2,000.
many leads that I
You
would not
can't.
even be able to handle them all.
Definitely.
Of course, now I have agents, but it's like
Yeah.
they come and go as
Yeah.
we say
Yeah.
here still. I think in terms well, let me say it in dirham. I think there was at least 1 million dirham worth of commission in what we did.
Inshallah, it all happens. It all comes
But
together by the end of
yeah,
this year.
Just gonna wrap up this video. Our client over here has generated 500,000 dirhams in real estate, in commissions, but it's still in processes. We still have a bit of a time gap where we're still closing a few deals that like closed yesterday, a few deals in the following week. So not everything has happened, but there's obviously a slight pause with the situation in the war, but everything is still close. We've had multiple meetings with these clients, and if you guys have any inquiries, you can book a call down below. Apply.growthgriddubai.com. You can apply below, and